face off. We're gonna talk your face off. We're gonna talk your face off. Talk your face off. To talk your face off. Talk your face off. Talk your face off. Talk your face off.
Nice. How many people does it take to screw in a microphone?
All of them. And
All
then we
of
still
them?
get it wrong every time. Wow, we had some definite issues. We got it resolved. It was my fault. So
Yeah. I'm not going to throw you under the bus, Tony.
I did. I threw myself under. Ciao.
Boom.
Back in the studio. It is warm here today in Michigan. It's like 90 and a little sticky. So
Yeah. Yuck.
we're dealing with it. I was hoping to have the build ready to show everybody with wheels, tires, body on. I can't find my body reamer. Somebody coming to Axial Fest Badlands, please bring a body reamer with you.
You know you can use a drill bit.
I know. I got to find it one. Got to find the right size. And
Dude, I feel bad. It's, you know how when you do your self-deprecate, like you have like self-guilt.
no,
Every time I see you working on that car, I have self-guilt that I'm like, dang it, I didn't get your truck done in time. Every time
that's
I look
why I'm
at it.
building it. So
I know. That's why I know. That's why I'm like,
dig.
killing me. Dude, it's been wild. Yeah. And there's stuff that you don't even know about that happened towards the middle to end of last week. You know a little bit about it. We just barely talked about it on the home life side that I was like, not home life side, work side, I guess. That I was just like, yeah,
education.
Yeah, just shaking my head. But things are great now.
That's good.
Had a meeting yesterday. Yeah, I had a meeting yesterday, and it was kind of one of those things where I'm like, I came home and I was, and I was like, it's time for me to go to bed. So I just went to bed as soon as I got home last night.
Yeah,
I was like, I feel like I can just like walk away now, but that was good.
that is true, David Ferris. I'm getting a little tired of live streams. So we'll be doing a bunch more from Axial Fest. Not really. We're
wall to wall.
Yeah, wall-to-wall coverage, nonstop,
Yeah.
as long as my phone lasts.
Yeah.
I'll show you everything there is to see about Axial.
You're like, live from inside the green porta potty.
Yep, behind the scenes. You'll know if they are clean or not clean.
Yes. So what's new? You got some new vehicles going.
Oh, I got new vehicles. So I had to reapply the sticky tape because it did not stick. I thought I could just move stuff because it was still fresh. It felt good. So these aren't tidy anymore. I had to cut them off in order to re-strap everything. Now they're nice and tight. So I got to redo some wiring. I had to remove the little side plates. What are those called? The rock sliders that you put everything on, because the creep body is way too narrow. Way.
Yeah.
Fairly long enough too for this chassis with this little extension nose receiver for the bumper and all that.
What servo is that?
This is a KST servo.
Oh.
Where I see, I don't like being up here because this won't autofocus. Look at that autofocus servo. That's so good. So good. The KST.
Just talk us through it.
KST servo, high lifespan, it says on it. Brushless motor, and
we'll come back to this.
32 kilogram. It's like 42, whatever that equates to. I hate when it happens like that.
Last week I actually went down the rabbit hole on a few minutes, like when you're like in bed or whatever, and you're like, I'm actually going to look this up because I don't know what this means. Right. So I went down the rabbit hole of kilograms per ounce inch kind of a thing, and I found a conversion table that, or a converter that converted it over to me so I could see exactly what it was. Yeah. So he says, Jason Moore says about 496 ounce.
So it's about a 500-ish, but that's on the full side, so not really.
Yeah.
Those things have more power. I had it. I have a raw 400 USTE version I couldn't find. It was sitting on my desk, my computer desk in the basement. Not what I thought it was. I was looking on my workbench and everywhere. Right there on the desk. I moved a few things today cleaning. I'm like, well, crap, there it is.
Yeah.
But they sent this to me. I need to see what it can do. I'm taking that raw 400 with me. We have this easily removable kind of. It's kind of a pain in the butt actually to the way that these to get in here and remove this all and do the servo horns is kind of a pain, but yeah.
It looks good.
No, I mean it's not bad. I heated my battery tray. As you can see, it's flopping all over. But when I cinch down the strap, it pulls it tight to the frame. So I didn't want it over here, and I didn't want it back here because I needed to put my electronics there when I couldn't have the side.
I by chance, I don't know how it was up, but your live was up at that point when I was like, what's this sound coming from? And I looked on my screen at my work computer and I was like, oh, Tony's on a live. And I was like, I heard you go, this doesn't fit, or said something like that. And
the body? Yeah, the body doesn't fit.
Yeah.
So I modded this, and I'm willing to sell my design to Axial if they want to know how I did this.
Yeah, Harley says that's quite the mod.
Yeah, I pretty much stole the one that he used to sell that had the little side pieces here out of metal. I had one of those, by the way, original from his old site when he was still in the Midwest. But yeah, I did that modification for everybody, so you know that it can be done.
Nice.
Kind of flapping. Now, if I would have had time, I would have welded it.
I was just going to ask about that. Yeah,
make my own and cut in my own little Velcro holes and slots. I've done it before. I'm kind of a master at it. So, we're almost there. We are almost ready for Axial Fest.
It's funny that
stuff we're not sure of.
Yeah, that looks good though. I think that's going to be a nice setup, man.
I ran it before with their plastic 3D printed cased ESC, and it actually worked really good. Yeah. Then they sent me a better one that was smaller, a newer one, but it couldn't take the weight of my trucks for drag brake. It's all on the magnets at that point. Yeah. So I went back to this big 1400.
And the Outrunners have a hard time with the drag brake too, from my experience.
Not these big ones, not this massive one. This one, and it's quiet too. That's it's not like
cool. Yeah,
like your camera's not eating rocks or that sound is.
Yeah,
but yeah. So I just have to do this mini servo setup or lock it out before. Yeah. Sometime. I don't know when.
So I'm hoping so I'm like severely under the gun when it comes to work stuff right now. Like I think I told you I have a government project that I'm working on that has to be done and installed by next Friday, or the government loses funding on this project. And it was kind of like how
the government works like that, right?
Yeah, and it was kind of like
for it, but we don't. And if you don't spend it.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, by the way. Yeah, and that's what they said. Oh, by the way, you got to have it installed by this date. And they just like did a major answer for us that we're like, well, now we don't have okay. So now I'm like scrambling to get it built.
I think what you should do for the design is some kind of resto mod 24 scale crawler course that they don't know is a crawler course
in this government project.
Yeah. Totally. They don't know that's what it's for, but everybody's good. It's like when they put in, the little speed bumps that are metal and like tubes that come up and go about 10 feet and then go back to the ground. Those are really made by skateboarders for skateboarders. Yeah. So there's some skateboarder in a design firm. It's like, let's make these things legit for skateboarding. Nobody knows it. the government's paying for it.
Yeah.
On government
Yeah.
property, we can be there.
Yeah. That's a landscape feature. Yeah, that's what Jason Moore said. So
make a crawler. That's all I'm saying.
B. Kochner asks, what's my day job? That's a good question. I always have a hard time with my elevator spiel on what my day job is, because it's like, it depends on how old the person is that I talk to that understands what this stuff is. So I own a company that we design and fabricate. Well, they call it environmental graphic design, but we fabricate it too. But we do signage also. So it's like, if you could think of like when you go somewhere, a restaurant in Disneyland, how everything's themed and everything looks like it has a meaning, Cars Land or something like that. We design it and build it that way. So it's like a restaurant, or that's actually this might be a good segue to a question that I had posed.
For a government sponsored 24th scale project.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Okay. So he says he's in architecture. Yeah. So I deal with a lot of architecture. I'm dangerous enough to get myself in trouble when it comes to architecture. But so I have this project. This was like a 24-hour whirlwind yesterday. I drove to the middle of the state yesterday. Or no, I drove on Sunday night. It was Father's Day. We did the church thing. It was just kind of like, let's just chill out for a little bit. And then we're like, okay, let's go. So we drove to the middle of the state, stayed in Wenatchee. There's a town out here called Leavenworth, which is like a German Bavarian town. Everything's themed that way, but it's like they have, swanky stores and wine tasting places and bars and that kind of stuff. So we go to this meeting there, and there's a fellow that wants to open up a family. There's nothing there for kids. Like there is, but there really isn't. And this place is like 2 feet of snow in the winter all the time and super hot in the summer. And they have think of like mountain sports, and like fly fishing and stuff like that. Really cool. Are you sagging down because of me?
That's KLN. It says, can Pablo's screen go up? I feel like I need a V8 drink.
So
I'm trying to keep the proper headroom. I don't know what you're doing. There's like a head space that you're supposed to keep.
Yeah.
Like the third lines right here.
There.
Like this is
There.
where you want.
How's that? Better? All right. Pretty close. Anyways, so he wants like a game center place for family, because there's really nothing for family to do there.
Okay.
And my wife actually planted the seed.
No screaming kids.
Right. But my wife planted the seed. She goes, what about like an RC car track in here? 8,000 square feet. And I'm like mini crawler style. And I'm like, well, we could do something like that. And he was like, ooh, tell me more about this. And because we're talking about like making it themed to look like the mountains that are there. And so we started going through all kinds of ideas of like, how would I logistically think about doing this, where they rent it out and they have to go through everything? Or do I build a little racetrack, or what is it? So these are things that I'm thinking about pitching. So like, I guess I'll back it up. So like, for instance, what I do is like, as a day job, this guy came to us. He doesn't have a name for his company. He doesn't have a logo for his company. He has an idea, and they come to us and say,
that sounds like money. Print money for yourself on that job.
I know. He's like, so what should I do? And I'm like, well, let me tell you. So, we have to come up with a name for the company, a logo, a theme for the interior, design it all, build it out, all that kind of stuff. So it could be pretty cool. I just got to figure out a way. Obviously, I got to look at it at a business sense to make them successful. You know what I mean? Because then they come back or they tell other people. That's how we got him. Someone else told him what we do. And so
like, don't name him like Go Somewhere Else.
What's that?
That'd be a terrible name to use. Go Somewhere Else.
Go Somewhere Else. Yeah.
So
But yeah, so I'm trying to figure out something cool to do there. We had some ideas of like, FPV, or maybe it's just like a small racetrack, or should we do like a crawler course? There's a lot of logistics that goes into that because, you have to think of what happens if you get someone staff there that doesn't know anything about the cars. How many cars do you do? Do you only do 10 cars out at a time? Do they have to go from A to B and then that's it? That's how you charge for it. It's like the racing thing seems a little bit more friendly because then you can do a finite time. You can say 5 laps, or whatever. So it's like that Daytona racing game, where you're all lined up and you pay $1 and y'all get your
5 laps could be an hour if somebody's like.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. Like if it's racing, it's different.
Like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like if it was racing, like say we got those MT-12s and we built a little racetrack for them, and they had to run around the racetrack and they had to do 5 laps. You put them on transponders, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't know. It could be a really cool project. You know what I mean? Could be a really cool project.
Ooh, Mario Kart VR.
Yeah, that's what KLN was saying. The problem with stuff.
Think about like Six Flags, all those places that had those clodbusters forever.
Right.
There's like wired in.
Yeah.
So they just walk up, or you got like at Bass Pro Shops, you got those little laser guns that you shoot whatever the ducks are.
Yep.
You pay and you step up and you do it, and you can't go beyond the little fenced in wall.
Right.
Be tough with crawlers because you got to get in there to flip them over. But
right. Well, yeah.
You don't want somebody manning the station, right?
No, we do. I mean, I'm just trying to think of how to logistically do it. I already told them that there has to be some type of that.
See, I think a small crawler course in something like one of those like mini bowl places or all that. Like, I don't know why they haven't done something with it. That seems like easy money for people that are coming to an arcade, and arcades are kind of like, it's a lost art in a way because the games are so good at home now.
Right. Yeah.
You have to have something different. Bowling / indoor crawling. Like what?
Well, yeah, and this is going to be just one facet of like we're talking about putt-putt golf, and we're talking about that kind of stuff too. So, I mean, all that stuff will be in there.
Perfect, because as an add-on, it's way more intriguing than come out only for this.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
And you see it and you're like, what?
Yeah.
We think about like go-karts, it's a time thing. They're not really going by laps. They're going by time.
Right.
You down.
Right. Yeah. So I think there could be a lot of cool things to do with that, and it's just a matter. I get scared because I try to think of it. What does the the person that doesn't know anything about RC that works there, how do they facilitate
battery
that?
Charging station, fixing servos?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's why I'm like, that's why I was thinking 24 scale would be awesome, but I almost think 18th or 12th scale would probably be better, and just make it like a 24 scale course. You know what I mean? Because if you do the 18 scale or the 12 scale, like I'm thinking of the CR12, I think it is that Associated has. It's big, but it's not big, and they're not fast.
Right.
And,
dude, those Hobby Plus ones though are something to look at, like the Rocket they crawl pretty well, and they're pretty. I mean, I haven't broken anything on them, honestly.
Yeah.
The servos are the things that go, but that's like, I'm thinking like Traxxas and Axial, like their servos go. I haven't killed them on my Hobby Plus ones for some reason.
Sure.
So,
well, and I think what I would do is I would probably figure out something where they have performance, like the servo would be a performance servo. Like I'd be like, hey, Tony, I need 20 of these Mighty Chihuahuas, like, and get those and throw those in, and then have 5 on stock or whatever for them to fix it. So
18 or 12, unless you wanted to make it fun, then 10th for sure.
Yeah. See, I would really like to do the 10 scale. The thing that I get worried about though is if you have a kid, say you have a kid that grabs it and pulls the trigger and it rips their finger off. You know what I mean? Like That's the kind of thing that you have to think. Like, that's the kind of way I'm looking at it. Every time I design something, I have to design it for drunk people and for kids because it's going in a bar or it's, someone's beating the snot out of it. So I will not be at the World Finals.
Fortunately, no.
No.
So I'm Mr. Runaround this month, but it's good. It'll be fine. July hopefully be fishing and not much else.
Are you thinking you might still try to make it out to Axial Fest West at the end of July? Potentially.
I need to find out. Lodging is the big thing for that. Trying to figure out where to stay.
Yeah. That's my concern too.
Nearby. So that's the big worry.
That's
this
my
one's
concern
easy.
too.
Camping right there. Or if you don't, there's 20 minutes away, there's hotels.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
A little bit trickier with where the West one is at.
Yeah. Ooh, Harley might get an Airbnb, he says. That'd be fun. Yeah, I'm planting the seed with my family, and I think if anything, I might have to just stay away from there and then just drive in the morning super early. I don't know the lay of the land very well, but I assume that's probably possible. I mean,
right.
Same thing that I'm doing now. We drive an hour and a half, an hour to get somewhere to go race at 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning. So, or just camp in my truck, put the canopy on it. If it's me and my son, we can just hang out in the truck, be hobos.
Get a drift trike track and Josh will show up. He'll come all the way up and drift in with you guys.
Yeah.
Make it a PB&J. Yeah. Just throw letters together. Kayla in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I want to blow Brian's mind before we go too far into this.
Okay.
Because I stopped building, and so last night I had my live stream. I ended it pretty late, and then I went and I did the video on the Hobby Plus CR18P Evo, which I'd heard from somebody wasn't very good. Turned out they just got a bum one. Mine was amazing. So I went in kind of thinking, like, just be careful with your excitement level. And that's why I hate always hearing from other people, like, don't be like, go. So, but then I'm like, man, this thing's freaking awesome. Like, this is so good. And then I drove it. Like, slow control was amazing. So many things. 2-speed was actually like a huge difference between low and high speed. Like, they nailed it. But the low speed for a 1/18th scale, not fun according to Harley Designs, crawler, super controlled. Like, I was like, dang, this is like the best one out of the box. Shocks suck. They all suck on every one of them. Don't get me. Traxxas even went oil filled, and they still are. They're the best, but still, because of how light they are. But anyway, then I built something. Oh, crap. I'm on the crappy.
That looks great. Nice and fuzzy.
Nice and fuzzy. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
So I built this.
You have the stock shocks on it?
Stock shocks.
Nice.
Stock most everything, wheels, tires, servos, and then all of this part in this general area here is all upgraded. So it's the new Cedar motor.
Oh, yeah.
And it's running the Python Pro up here.
Nice.
Which is their new one. And it's running a new receiver.
Yes.
Here that goes to something very.
Does that receiver have a hard case yet, or is it still kind of?
No, they leave it open because why would you put a hard case on it? It just makes them bulky. Like, all of this is press fit in here. There's no sticky in here.
Yeah,
I literally press fit these in.
Is it waterproof?
Yes, they're waterproof.
Really?
Yep. And if it's not, just conformal coat that.
Can Can it
whatever.
work with 10
But-
scale? Harley's asking.
but-
No, he's not asking that.
The thing that makes this so amazing
Yeah.
that I just want to show everybody is not. How can I do this? Okay.
I don't know. Here, hold on. Let's go full screen with you.
Let's there we go. It's not what is in the car, but what is in the radio.
The potential for that is so awesome. It's the first thing I was like, will that work with a 10 scale? Like, oh, dude.
And this is the rear. Mind blown. This is the new FureTech Avatar 4-wheel steer version.
How many models will it hold?
10.
10.
So I can sit out there and drive one-handed and control all of this. I have to take my time like the real guys do. Because when they're forward steering, they like come to a stop and they're like, But yes, I just quickly threw all of this together after the last build live stream. And
will it work on a Clodbuster?
Did everything. How cool is that, right?
Yeah.
And so when you're driving along and you're like, you turn a little bit here, stop, turn, do a little twist.
Or if you're a normal person, you drive with two hands and then your thumb still controls the rear steer.
Or you do this. Yeah. So when I was, this. I can use my right hand on the wheel, people. I can use the right hand and then the thumb. Can't do it on here. And then the thumb is up in here rocking that bad boy.
Yeah.
So like this. Oh, it's so good.
Yes.
It's so good. It's right where it needs to be. I don't know the price on it yet. They're going to be announcing it next week, I think.
Nice.
But you heard it here first.
You saw it here first. Look at you.
Saw it here first.
I'm telling you, I want to get that.
Harley Designs news next week. Here, we'll give them a nice screenshot. Hold on.
Here, let me go full screen on you.
Again.
Okay. All right, to put it on the other side, on your left. There you go. There you go.
Screenshot that.
Sucker. That's when you're like, screenshot this. You're like, with the controller in each hand.
I'll have a video up on it. I shot one. So the new Cedar motor is great because honestly, in this chassis, all of this is mounted on top it. I literally just stacked it on top. Just jammed it on top of the motor. There's not mounting places in this frame.
Yeah.
So having a moving one would suck, but having the Cedar in runner, so smooth, so good.
Do they send it with a air freshener that smells like cedar?
Like this. Oh, that would have been smart of them.
That would have been smart.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff Walter, what's going on?
What's going on? What's going on? Kaylin says, I have my NPR voice in today.
Yes. Brian, was your mind just blown? I was talking to Steve from FureTech and just saying like how the 4-wheel steer having something like this would be amazing. And he's like, well,
about
what? We're already working on that. Like, really? And so then I talked to my contact there who does a lot of their work stuff, Tone, and he's like, I'll send you one. He's like, you can show it first. You know, you can show everybody. Because he knows I love this radio. Like,
yeah.
I think if anybody talks about this radio, I don't think anybody talks about it more than I do. It's my favorite.
I don't know
Avatar favorite radio.
Yeah.
And very easy to program. It didn't know what I was doing. There's no instructions, but it was just
intuitive.
Boom.
maybe that would be a good one to get for me for my hiking, right? Because it's small and I could drive it with one hand.
Put it away like this. Is turning your backpack.
Yeah. All right.
Will not turn on and be like, be-doo-doo.
Yeah.
Be-doo-doo-doo.
Okay. Maybe I got to try that, because that's the thing about mine that sucks, is that I have like a massive controller as I'm out there. And when you're walking for 10 miles,
careful.
Huh? All right. It's
careful.
Late night. Watch out.
10 o'clock crowd.
Yep. 7 p.m. here. It's nice.
Oh, okay.
I got to watch it a little bit. Yeah.
So you go out there. Even the original one, I have 8 cars on it.
Yeah.
All minis, but.
How much is the receiver?
I don't know. They're like $40
for the receiver.
I don't think that. No. I sell them.
So you're saying I got to go look at your website? I'm looking at it right now.
I don't have any in stock, I don't think.
Okay.
Crap, my little pop-up.
Pop-up.
Who does pop-ups?
I know.
It doesn't even show up. I have them hidden. Crap.
I just typed in Furatech. Yeah, I don't see them.
I have a newer version coming that's not. So the $43 for that one on A-Main. Yeah, they're $43
for just the controller. I mean, just for the receiver.
Yeah, for the micro receivers.
That's not bad.
Four channel. But they changed the pin location, so they used to come off the back of them, and now I'm gonna dig this one out of here because I didn't actually put anything on there. I just shoved it in. Now they come up, so you it's more traditional. On the old ones, they came out, and so it made it really long.
Fly Sky had one that was like that. Yeah.
I'm curious to try a couple other receivers and see if they pair to it, honestly, because I've seen some that look very similar, and so I am curious.
Do they pair with a binding plug, or what do they?
They got a little button you just push on it.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty awesome. You just hold the button when you turn it on, kind of like the Spectrum ones, and it goes into bind mode. So it's real easy. So the thing that they have is, you can update it via an app, Bluetooth through your phone, because it's got Bluetooth in the radio.
Yeah.
You can update that.
Wait a minute.
They've got it knocked out.
So your radio can update the ESC?
No, your radio can be updated from
your phone. Okay, I got you.
Your ESC can be updated from your phone separately.
Yeah. Yep.
If you have their radio, when you turn it on and you go into the app, you see 2 things that you have to try and guess which one is the car. If you don't name them,
yeah.
People name your ESCs because, my goodness, you go to a comp and they all say like RC car 00 whatever.
Yeah.
Name it. You can name them. It's in the settings.
Yep.
Of course, people could go in and they would know mine if you don't put a password on it, because mine's named CCXRC, and they get totally dick with me and
00. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bring my next time I see you. I'm gonna pop into my app and I'm gonna be like 0 drag brake, 1,000,000% punch. You'll be like,
Matt Harris, we're gonna sell the cedar motor with add a piece of cedar included. Maybe we'll see. I may take that by storm.
Do you guys have cedar out there in Michigan? Or is that only a Washington thing?
We have cedar closets. I don't know about cedar trees. Harley had said earlier we missed it. Josh said 1:30 puts you into any major hotel. An hour 30.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Well, but he says there are many options closer. How much closer? Like, is there
how
anything?
many bed bugs do they have?
Dude, you and my wife. Like, seriously, like, they could give me a cot.
Because I'm just saying that when you go to Digger's Dungeon for the race, I can't tell you how many people tried some of the close rinky dinky places.
Yeah.
Complaining about bed bugs and they slept in their car at the event.
What?
They wouldn't go back. No joke, dude.
Come on.
Nope. We do have cedar trees. Thank you, Hatfield. Not only did he lead me to a place that's going to also do my tires and all that for my truck, and he did it for my RV.
Yeah.
There you go. Closest
Hotel-
hotels be an hour.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I would drive an hour. If I could get some way of being checked in.
But first, you'd have to drive 8 hours and then drive an hour. An
What?
hour's
No.
not bad. I would do
No,
that.
it's like 14 hours. Yeah.
Dude, that's like going to Florida.
Yeah. It's a long drive for me.
How are they?
Yeah, it's a long drive. So I would drive down, like, I think it's a 12-hour drive. Let me see.
Oh, he says it's 45 minutes up the windy road just to the event. So, like, it is just in town, but like to get there, you got to go up a crazy mountain.
What's the name of the city it's in, Harley? It's called something Pines. Pollock Pines, I think.
Sounds like a good time to plug pine trees for
Yeah.
your SCX24.
Yeah, they're smelly. You can't see mine.
Scrambler needs. If you run scramblers and you're not running pine trees, I don't know you.
12 hours, 47 minutes. Siri says.
Pollock pines.
Yep.
Sounds like a disease.
It does. 835 miles is the fastest route for me. So 12-hour drive. 12-hour drive.
Airport.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be taking the SCX6 on a plane. I'm going to be throwing that in the truck. That's the thing. It's like, I don't want to take my cargo trailer is nice. Like, it's nice that we've camped in, or we've, used it for work, obviously. But I was thinking about taking that down there and camping in my camper or my little trailer.
If it's 45 minutes up a windy road, it might be cool enough at night.
You mean cool enough to camp?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, they don't. It's not where they're at. I don't think it gets extraordinarily hot in the evening. I think it's probably going to be in the low 70s, high 60s in the evening there. Correct me if I'm wrong, Harley, but I'm pretty sure that part of the mountain is not super hot. During the day, maybe, but not in the evening.
Badlands is going to be brutal. It's going to be like 2020 Badlands. Like 90 degrees and humid. And
yeah,
when you get in that bowl, it's like magnified where the stuff happens. So
50 at night, Harley says.
See, that's camping weather right there.
Oh, yeah. Like, I have a fiberglass canopy for my truck, and so I could throw that on the truck and then just sleep in the back of the truck.
Your old truck or your work?
My daily driver truck, yeah.
Okay.
I went and drive my C10 down there.
Yeah.
That's no AC. 6 miles per gallon. Nah.
Gotta love that.
Dude, I got gas at that Leavenworth town. $5.30 for the cheap gas.
What?
$5.30. Yeah, I go to put it in. I was like, what? Like, oh
What's
man.
normal for you guys right now?
4.5, 4.30.
Wow. Ouch.
Yeah.
I'm complaining that it's 350.
Yeah.
But if I go 20 minutes away, I
it's
can get it for
worse.
like 330.
Yeah, I think it's in the 4s. So let's go, Brandon. He says. Yeah, it's pretty brutal out here.
Gosh.
Yeah. Yep. So
Drill, baby, drill.
yeah. So we'll see. I mean, it's one way or another, I got to get that truck down there. So I'm either gonna drive it or I don't know. I think I'm driving it down there. 335 in Midland.
Yeah, where we are is close enough to the city in Grand Rapids. I feel like we're getting the city tax on it. Like, yeah, it sucks. If we get out to like Grand Haven out by the water there, it's 20 cents cheaper. So yeah.
I'm gonna look up what the gas prices average are. $4.90.
What?
$4.90 up here.
You better have amazing roads.
Nah.
That's got to be state taxes right there, baby.
Yeah, it's brutal out here. That's one of the things, not to get all about that, but in 2020 when they were locking people down and saying that you couldn't work, I remember I was working anyway because it's just mine's a mom and pop shop, so I was working anyway. And I remember thinking, well, here's the thing. They were supposed to be shut down, but then guess what they wanted? They wanted your B&O. We have business operating tax out here for for your
They wanted to
business.
tax you for your business anyway, even though you were shut down.
Yeah, I know. And I was like,
operating. Yeah.
I know. I was like, thanks, but no thanks, guys. Like, jerks. Yeah, that was brutal.
Gosh.
Anyways, so
Well,
I'm gonna move on. But yes, I do want to get down there. I don't know if I'm staying in a hotel, if I'm gonna stay in the truck. I don't know what the etiquette is staying in the truck. Like, I don't know if people are gonna look at me and be like, "Are you some kind of hobo?"
I think they have primitive camping, so you'd be all right.
I thought you had to buy your spot to do that.
Well, you'd have to buy a spot. It'd be cheaper than a hotel.
Yeah, I
And
figured
you don't
that.
have to do the 45-minute road.
No, but I mean, I figured that it was sold out already.
There's lots of people that. Oh, he's saying lots of truck campers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even at Badlands, it's getting down. Luckily, at least to like 60s at night. So you
Do
can
they
do primitive camp there too. Hey, Tony Clifton's here.
Do
love
they
you on TV and in the chat? It's all good.
Harley, do they have showers there, Harley? Like a park, like they normally do at these state parks? Because
You know what?
I'm a shower dude.
They've got those orange igloo, like they put Gatorade in for like $20 at Walmart. Take a cup.
I've seen the Overlander ones.
Dark, man.
The Overlander ones are dope. Have you seen the Overlander ones that they have a pump and they actually heat the water?
Yeah.
And you spray the water down on you.
I kept getting them for like cleaning, like at the beach, ones that they'd sell that you take with you, and it's like it was like it had add pressure. It was battery powered.
Yep.
And I keep looking for that. I'm not, now that I don't live at the beach, I don't get those ads anymore on Facebook. So, it's a private resort. They bring in showers. So the nice thing about where we're at is they have actual showers in the middle of the campground.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a shower in your thing or your tent, there are showers you can. I'm sure though, like a bunch of dudes out on the trails, they're pretty nasty, you know. By the time you get in, I'm sure there's a lot of dirt on the floor, but
dude,
pops,
I have to shower.
Good.
I can't. The first thing I do, I wake up, pop it. I cannot like go anytime without a shower. It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
It's like shower, brush your teeth as soon as I wake up.
What they're saying, you just put a bladder in a tree or you just put it on the top of your truck bed.
Yeah.
The water heats up. By the time you get back at night, it'll probably burn you. So you gotta like wait a minute. Dude, it stays warm. Like think about like when you try to hit that like hose to get a quick drink when you were a kid.
Oh yeah. Get shocked with lava. Bam.
Yeah, you don't want that. So, but yeah, I mean they sell all that kind of stuff, and we were I will divulge this since it didn't happen, but at Horizon RC Fest, we weren't sure if my camper would if the water pump would work for showers and all that. I put some water in, tested. It seemed all right, but we weren't gonna have a water heater. Turns out we would.
Oh, nice.
Propane. And we have an electric one when we had the generator. We were totally fine, but it was piping hot actually.
Yeah.
But into testing, trying to get all the winterizing stuff out, and then you bypass the water. It's a nightmare, and then trying to get it all back in the right working order, make sure it fills, and the water pump has to then fill this water heater before it heats. Whatever. I wasn't sure if it was going to work. We got it to work. I got the cold shower. They all got the nice hot ones. But we were planning to. They had a Pro Boat display.
You're just gonna jump in the lake.
And it wasn't even a lake, dude. They built a pool.
I know. That's what I mean.
Wood side, and we were gonna. And I brought one of those igloo things I was talking about, the Gatorade side. Yeah. Dump on the coach. I had that full of water that could have been like, bowls of water at night when nobody's.
You would have seen me like coming to America. I would have been the guy with the cigar sitting in the Pro Boat thing. Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah. It was pretty gross though. So because of all the dust from everybody kicking up, there was so much dirt in that water. I was like, I don't know, it'd be clean. So we're better off doing the coach shower with the igloo, or I had a bunch of water, 1 gallon jugs, but Anything would have
Yeah.
been good to just knock the dust off you.
Yeah.
Luckily, the shower worked the night we needed it, and then the 2 nights we needed, and then we had the hotel for the last one, which was primo.
Nice.
Although we didn't get into like 2 a.m., but that shower never felt better at 2 a.m. because we thought it was going to rain, and so we like tore down that night. And
Yeah.
his trailer is so sick, but he's got this tarp thing that all sets up, and tore it all down, and they have to build this. He's figured out how to keep it from blowing and flapping in the wind and these straps, and it's very, very cool what he's created with that portable crawler course.
Nice.
Yeah.
Speaking of the rain, that was one of my topics here, and KLN mentioned that about our crappy weather here. All of a sudden, we've had like a week of just like gnarly weather. We've had an awesome early summer where it was like in the 90s, and we're like, where'd this weather come from? And then all of a sudden it just like dropped off. And so now we're like, today would have been Turf Tuesday, the day that we go out and do the mini races, the club races. So that's moved to next Tuesday. So I'll probably be broadcasting from the races next Tuesday. We'll see. I might try to actually race and then just bring the phone out there as I'm racing. People will look at me. I'll have the headphones on. I'll be like, "Shut up, Tony." Yeah. Well, I've got the little thing that connects to my controller.
We want to see your face. We can care less about your car. How you're doing.
Okay.
We want to see. Pick it up quick! I'm down in the corner.
I know. Yeah.
Who's paying attention in that corner? I'm down. I'm on my lid.
Yeah. Gator RC saying the weather is doing this to remind us we live in Washington, bro. So when we drove over the pass, Leavenworth, so like central Washington and east is like kind of high deserty area, but the pass is all mountainous and beautiful. We're getting right to the crest of the pass on the way there, and it's just like dumping rain. And then we're like 15 miles out, and it's like sun breaking, and the clouds are going away. And I'm like, oh, I love this side of the mountains. It's so beautiful over there because all the weather hits the mountains and stops, and then it's nice on the other side. So, but yeah, it was brutal, man. It's like right now I'm trying to see what's our temperature right now. It's 57 degrees right now. A low of 49. Tomorrow's a low of 48. Yep. But like, for instance, tomorrow.
Such old man. Let me look up my weather really quick. Let's talk about the weather. I didn't have anything to talk to you about. It's 80 degrees right now here.
The best part I like about this is that you're doing this. You're doing this.
64.
Let me see. Let me see my weather.
I lost you.
Huh? You there? Hello. Can you hear me, Tony?
My internet? It's probably my internet. It's this bad.
Oh. It looks live to me. 48 and 70 tomorrow. You good?
I don't know. I'm dropping out or something. Is it me or you? I think it's me.
Can anyone else see this? I don't know. I feel like it. I see you fine.
Really?
Yeah.
You just disappeared for a minute.
Oh, I see you fine.
Bunch, so I don't know what happened. He tripped over his headphone cable. Yeah, it went kind of weird. He just disappeared, and I had like a spinning. But with StreamYard, you don't know because you think you're doing good because it's just straight your feed into the browser. And so usually when I see black, it's because I messed up. So we can hear you both.
Yeah.
Thinking weird. I don't even know.
I don't know. Tomorrow it jumps up to 70 though. And then it gets up to 80 by Friday.
70 degrees, really.
Yeah.
It's what's my daily? My daily's looking like 91 tomorrow.
Ooh.
Low of 62 at night, though. That's what I love about the Midwest. Like, I'm freaking at the beach right now, like with my long sleeves on, so I don't have to wear sunscreen, which I'm doing at Axial Fest, by the way. I've learned this. The fishing shirts are the most amazing thing ever created.
Yeah.
I don't have to put sunscreen, so I don't sweat like a bajillion amount through my chest. Because the second you put sunscreen on your arms, your chest, your belly, and your back sweat like you wouldn't believe. Like Once
think
it's
that's a
like,
you
well, we
thing.
can't exit the arms, it's just going to come out everywhere else.
Got that swamp
So
donkey going. Yeah.
that was bad, but that did happen in Horizon RC Fest. Baby powder, that's what I need to put on my list of things for it to bring.
Yeah.
Medicated, maybe even.
Man wipes. Dude wipes, whatever they're called.
64 at night. That you can tent camp in that. You can be out. You can.
Yeah.
And in Virginia, it'd still be 90 at night and like 200% humidity. I swear.
Ew.
And there were poisonous snakes like trying to get in your tent all night long, and potentially bears because we lived in the Great Dismal Swamp, so there was bears.
Yeah.
And some kind of wild cats. I don't even remember, but yeah. Monkey butt tea, yes. The fishing shirts are amazing. I did it in Florida for USTE.
Yeah.
Even underneath a t-shirt with that is cooler than putting on sunscreen. It's unreal. Try it.
When
If you
it-
haven't tried it, try it. I've got 6 of them I'm bringing with me to Axial Fest.
I've never tried it. I don't always have to use sunscreen either. If it's less than 80, if it's less than 85, I'm cool without sunscreen. Depending on where I'm at. If I'm close to the equator, obviously you have to use sunscreen.
Yeah.
But
unless
I've
you
got-
wear a shirt that's SPF approved.
yeah. I've got the natural sunscreen in, so it's like doesn't bother me. Probably
These
not
old
the
flap
safest
lips.
thing.
I know Michigan, dude. I grew up here. I was here for 25 years.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing compared to Virginia, man. If you've ever been outside of Michigan,
Bro, I was surprised when we were in North Carolina.
it's freaking swampy, man.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, and I've been in places where it's been worse, but I mean, it was still kind of like, this is kind of gross. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't too bad.
And it wasn't even that bad because we had a storm
No.
blowing in that was
Yeah.
mild. Like
Yeah.
summer sucks there.
Yeah.
Like from March to April to like October, November is like brutal. You don't have many months of reprieve. If you're not in the water, it sucks to be you outside.
Yeah.
Bugs are huge, and the biting and the poisonous
Bro.
stuff are dumb.
Those fly things that you guys had out there in North Carolina, the
big
flies,
Yeah.
those were like hummingbird sized flies. I don't even know what you guys call those things, but
They're horse flies. They're this big.
I remember we stopped at that rest stop thing, and I was like, "What is that? Are those bats?" Like, I was like, "What is that?"
Yeah, man.
I've never seen a horsefly like that. I mean, they look like. Have you ever seen those? Like I think they're Japanese killer bees or whatever they are. They're like murder hornets. It's like that. It's like huge, huge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that area is the Great Dismal Swamp area. It's unreal. And those aren't even the worst flies. There's something they call yellow flies. They're actually bright green. Doesn't make any sense. Some colorblind dude did all the yellow flies.
Yeah.
And they're like a deer fly, I guess, in the north, but like 10 times more annoying. Or maybe 100 times more annoying.
They bite?
literally walk, yes. But the worst part is they just swarm, like 10 of them swarm your head. They just circle you. And you hear them, they're loud, and when they bite, if they get you, usually they land and you can hit them. But but normally they don't. So everybody in the summer wears these for like 2 months, these huge hats to keep them away from their head, because they attack the highest point of what's moving, and they like the color blue. So some people will do is they'll take hats and they'll put blue solo cups on. They'll screw one in,
Shut up.
put another one on top so they can change them out, and they put this sticky stuff on so that as they're going, the flies will stick to them, and then when they get enough on, they can just take it off and put new ones
Are
on.
you kidding me?
It's freaking nuts, dude. Like,
Do they wear socks and sandals too while they're doing it?
May to the end of June, you would not go. Like, I didn't go in my backyard. You can watch my videos. Because if I was anywhere in the backyard, I was just getting attacked by these things. They were murderous, like unreal.
Wow.
unreal.
We don't have
So-
anything like that out here.
All summer, my videos went. It was you couldn't if you were under a tree line where there was shade, those flies were there. Like
Wow.
to try, this was what we called the walk. Like you'd see people that were like religious walkers or runners, and they were going like this as they walked.
Yeah.
Keep the flies at bay. It was dumb.
Owen Rogers says you broke his heart this week.
I broke your heart.
I don't know
Oh,
why.
because of I'm not. He said he wanted to hitch a ride to Monster Jam, but I'm not actually driving there. I'm hitching a ride.
These bugs sound horrifying.
Dude, these bugs are the worst. Look up yellow flies in Virginia.
We don't have anything like that here. I mean,
I'm going to try and pull up.
yeah, we don't. I'm trying to think if there's anything annoying here that we have, and I really don't think there is anything. We have bats. But-
Okay, they look yellow on here. They look green to me.
Are they really big though?
No, they're not. They're like
Okay.
a deer fly with the striped wings and everything. So here, I've got some.
You got to
This is-
show those massive horseflies. People don't know what you're. I mean, I didn't have an idea. I thought, just a big fly. Those horseflies were ridiculous.
These things right here.
They look like bees.
Dude, and the worst part was the pool. Like they like the blue of the pool. So if you're in the pool, we told kids, if you can't go underwater, you're not allowed in the pool. Because you're going to have to go underwater because the flies are going to attack you in the pool.
Yeah, those look like bees.
That-
They don't. Are you sure they're not bees?
These are yellow flies.
They look like bees.
Dude, and the welt you get if they get you is yeah.
You got to pull up those horseflies. Like those horseflies are.
These had them. Yeah, it was the yellow flies. Yeah. You get they're like this, but they're the size of your fist.
The horsefly. Yeah, they
Yeah.
they look like
They look like this. They're massive.
they look like they were hummingbirds. I was out there and I was like, "What is that?"
And we need something for scale. We used to take pictures next to like
A
quarters.
banana. Yeah, banana for scale.
Banana.
Yeah, they're definitely those.
This doesn't, dude. These things we'd kill them in the pool. Like so. How much I hate Virginia. Let's talk about it. Around our pool, we had a cool pool. Like my kids sometimes miss the pool. Around the pool, we had fly swatters every 5 feet all the way around, so that when these flies would come, you could grab one and hit it. That bad.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Did you guys get like frogs and stuff in the pool?
Oh, dude, we one time we had over 200 frogs we had to take out of the pool.
Yeah.
And my brother's girls were over. He has 3 girls, and they were all really young at that point.
Yeah.
They wouldn't get in the pool after. Like, it's so good. 200 frogs. Like, and we had a
yeah.
saltwater pool, and so they were all like bloated and like,
Ew.
we'd take them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just take the thing and
PETA cover your. Yeah, totally. Oh,
just
totally.
shoot 'em,
I was gonna say that. So my parents had a pool, and then probably 30 yards downwind was a little pond, and so we would take the skimmer or whatever it is and
Shoot
get it, and just be like, "Foomp,"
Yeah.
try to get it over to the pond. You'd hear, be like, "Did it land?" And we'd get those big bullfrogs. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
Ours are all little
oh,
frogs, tiny little. They were gross. It was
Yeah.
awful. And we get snakes in the pool, like in
Yeah.
the filters. So you'd always I would not stick my hand in the filter because there were so many frogs and like dead frogs in the filter every morning
oh,
that I had this
ew.
blue like hook thing that like
Yeah, like a
handle,
tea bag.
I'd
Yeah,
reach in and lift it out and take it over and drop it. Ugh, never a pool again. My kids are out in the river today with their
Yeah.
friend, and they've taken just a float, like our tow behind the boat, like tube.
Yeah.
They go up the river a little bit because they know they're going to float down, and they're just trying to play like king of the float. Like one of
Yeah.
them's on it, and you got to get them off it. And all like they're just having a blast because it's like
Yeah.
straight sand out there. If you go out 20 feet from our shore, it's about 2.5 feet deep, waist deep.
Yeah.
It's straight sand. It's amazing.
That's rad. Yeah, it's
Most people
funny.
wouldn't get in the water here, but we
Yeah.
don't care.
It says
I grew up
Northwest.
with that's just siding on my house, so whatever's
Yeah.
in the river it can't hurt the kids any more than
Right.
I
Right.
grew up with.
That's funny. Yeah, we don't have anything bad like that around here, man. I mean, nothing. I mean, we have poisonous spiders, I guess, but not really. I mean, they're around. We have the recluse, the brown.
You don't think about it. You walk, you hike,
Yeah.
I mean, mountain lion, maybe the worst thing you
Yeah.
can run into.
No. We do get the cougars and mountain lions, and bear out here are common. So
Yeah.
that's why we had that conversation about when I went to the gun store, and he's like, "No, you want a 45 for where you're going, because
You
you
keep
need
it
to." He's like, you don't want something to get pissed off. You want to stop something. Like he's like, for a sidearm anyway. He's
Is
like,
22 going to do me good?
yeah, well, that's what I wanted. I just wanted a little 22. Yeah, I just wanted a little 22 long, long round or whatever they're called. And yeah,
Dude, Josh, fishing shirts are legit. You can get them at Walmart during the summer too, like Real Tree brand ones that like are reversible, so like people don't know that you're re-wearing it.
Duluth
The other
Trading.
cool thing is they dry quick.
Yeah,
So you can take them and you can wash them with soap and water in your sink, air
Yeah.
dry them, and they are dry and ready to go the next day. Flip it inside out. Nobody knows it's the same shirt. Also, it's like air conditioning. When it gets wet, when you start to sweat a little and the breeze or whatever hits you, it's cool. It's weird.
it's like
Now,
planes,
Ryan-
trains, and automobiles. You're like,
I told Ryan, you were there. I told you about the armadillos, right?
yeah,
Same principle.
yeah.
So Duluth Trading Company makes some
Dude.
underwear they call armadillos,
I have a shirt that's an
They're
armadillo
expensive.
shirt. Yeah,
but it gets cool down there.
yeah.
Like they're cool. So when you're sweaty, it's like, oh, I'm $1 million.
This is something different.
However, Ryan Anderson said that he can, he got some, but he kept losing races wearing them, and so he stopped wearing them. So they were bad news for him. But
Yeah,
the Duluth Trading makes also the shirts, the fishing shirts, SPF ones.
yeah.
They got the thumb holes. They actually even like cover the top of your hand here,
I love the Duluth Trading stuff,
so
dude.
you don't get sunburn on the top of your hands. They're fishing because you're casting, and
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Anyway, I literally have 6 of them. I'm taking with me.
I have
a day trip.
I have the armadillo, just normal button up like dress shirt, I guess, for what I would consider a dress shirt. But they're awesome because I don't wear dress shirts very often unless I have to for a meeting. And I'm like, it's so nice to have something like that. So orange, light orange, burnt orange, tangerine, and black for Harley.
Oh, it was perfectly played. Only goes to Walmart for Hot Wheels. So I just got one of the Hook brand, HUK, and it's got this cool like water pattern on it too. So what's great is like it makes fat
Lululemon.
like you can't see their lines. You can't see like the beer guts and
Like
all that.
Spanx.
It's
They're
so
like
great.
Spanx,
Like
yeah.
it's fantastic.
I love
would've
those.
Worn one because they like are more form fitting too, like because they're just kind of it's not that they're just loose, so they just kind of suction everything.
It's like
The designs on most of them are so tacky that you can't tell what if it's not camouflaged, it's water camo.
Yeah,
and you're good, man. Like it's
no offense to the people that have those that you see on Instagram where they like pull up their pants and then they like pull up you see that where they pull it up and it like comes up to their chest and they're like and I'm like I don't think I could do that, but
yeah,
let's try.
So here I am in one of them, water camoed,
There you go.
fishing, Father's Day,
Socks and Crocs,
socks and Crocs. I had my Crocs on, Crocs and
Sweet,
fishing
dude.
shirt.
bro.
The old two. And I had on my shark swimsuit that has sharks in they're a donut like type flotation. There was a shark in a flotation device.
That camo isn't working, he says.
And I was like, dude, I'm getting swimming pants to embarrass my kids in front of their friends. So when their friends come over and I take them on the boat, I've got these like smiley face ones, like these warped, like psychedelic smiley faces all over.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then I got sharks in a donut flotation
Nice.
device.
Nice.
That camo isn't working. Yeah. Well,
I still can't do the Crocs. Like I got a new pair of hiking shoes for Father's Day, and like I can't do Crocs. Like my hiking shoes are the kind that you can wear without socks, and they're Gore-Tex too, so you can walk in water.
Yep.
Dude, I love them.
Like Jesus.
Yes, exactly. I'm like, what's up, guys? Dry feet.
River color camo. I should have just worn regular camo because our water is so brown here. That worked though when we were down in Florida. So before USCE, we went deep sea fishing. What a blast.
Yeah. Dude, I saw some clips. Well, what you sent me of the USTE thing. I can't wait till you go with that. Like
I sent you the whole video.
I know. Well, I didn't know if I could say that or not, but that's an awesome video, dude. Whenever that thing goes public, that's going to be rad. Like I love it. But there was one clip. I don't remember the dude's name, but he's out there fixing up one of the displays, and he's out barefoot and on the shore's edge. Dude. And I was like, nope.
Yeah. I wanted to say something about crocodiles or alligators.
I know. I was like, nope.
Alligators in this water because we're in freaking Florida.
I know.
There's alligators in every water.
I know. I know.
Give me some content to work with here. I even asked about alligators. Like, oh no, there's no.
They're small.
Give me an alligator line. Like,
I know.
I'm leading you.
I was waiting for like a snake to pop up or something like that, and I was like, nah, can't do that barefoot. No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's gnarly. You saw I tried to use a lot of that like live inner like kind of carry the story along.
It was really good, Tony. Like I like it was so much better than any RC related type show that I've seen. That it elevated it, and I'm not just blowing smoke up your butt. Like it really elevates the hobby. And it elevates like what they're talking about to a point where I think if like I wanted to like sit my wife down for some reason, I couldn't AirPlay it to my TV and then have my TV. I think it was because it was a private link. My TV has the Apple Dot or whatever it is. I don't know what it's called for our speaker in our bedroom. And it wouldn't do the audio to that. And so I was like, because I wanted her to see it because it was so good. It was awesome. So
cool.
Good job.
It's almost done. I got to do credits. I got to there's some, you do interviews with people and you hear things and, you don't know what's completely accurate and not accurate.
Sure.
And so there's something like, well, that's not completely true. And so it's like, all right, well, it's easy enough to remove. Like, let's just kill it. So it was like documentary. So
Gary Hinger was very much better than Flying Cars.
Debatable.
It was good. It was good.
I felt Flying Cars. It was personal to me. Like
it made me feel dirty.
Well, I was that dude at lunch going out and sweating and coming to me like everything's good here. Like
yeah, I know.
Well, you guys have a good lunch, like
dude. It is like that movie really made me feel like, what am I doing with my life? Like.
Like if they got rid of the whole girls section of it,
it still would have made me feel kind of creepy.
Like married dude, already married,
and his wife like in his ear hole.
Lunch and he's trying to do this whole RC thing for some reason.
Yeah,
he's like giving up on actually working for life. And like, I think I got a shot at this. Like I could be the next big thing. I just eat that at lunch every day to work and come back and slave on editing until 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I might not have to go to work anymore.
It was funny too, because like the other day my wife goes, so when are they going to start paying you for making this kind of stuff? And I was like, yeah. I go because I was like, that's what YouTube's for, man. That's what trying to explain that to her. I'm like, I'm getting close. And she's like, okay. She just kind of walks off. I was
The
like,
goalposts.
I
You
know,
have
I know.
access to film. People could, if you should be super chatted by now, right?
I don't know what's wrong with my settings, but it is not allowing me to do that yet.
Hatfield, this is all your fault.
What?
He's like, sorry, I brought it up. Flying cars.
Oh yeah. No, I thought I was just going to check right now because I thought
They moved the goalpost lower.
they did.
Certain
They did.
things where you could charge for things. Like you get super chats.
So okay, so if you have 500 subs, what's that?
You have to enable it. You have to go in and say, yes, I want this.
Yeah, and I tried that, and I still haven't got the option yet. So,
well, it's probably slow.
Yeah, I figured so. So you have to have 500 subs now and 3,000 watch hours to qualify for paid subscriptions, super chats, super thanks, and sell your stuff on the bottom of your YouTube. And so I'm there, and I just got the hang on from Tony. So I'm there, but I'm not totally there yet. And the weird thing is my analytics are showing. So guys, if you can, when you get a chance, let my videos run in your background, because it says I'm 1,000 watch hours away from hitting my 4,000, which is your benchmark to actually start being monetized. I'm getting close, but I'm just not quite there yet. So I'm trying to find out my 365 stat. And my 365 says I'm at 3,075 hours. So I've got 1,000 hours to go.
Oh, almost. Okay. So go watch on his.
Yeah, I'm almost there. Well, that's what I was saying. I was, if you guys get a chance, just let it play in the background on my other stuff, and I got to try to do more lives. So if anyone cares,
hours, because they're
right,
long.
Right. So if anyone cares, this next week and a half, I probably won't be too busy on live on Instagram or YouTube because I've got life stuff to handle, work. So I got to like put my head down and work, because if I put my head down and work and I get this stuff done in the next 2 weeks, then I can have a lot more fun. I could take some time off and actually finish up building these other cars. So speaking of which, I was working on your truck. Got some time. So my son was sick last week, pretty sick. And I was not able to do a whole lot. So I got some time at one point, and I got in there and worked on your truck, and I ran into a snag, and I'm trying to figure out how to overcome the snag. And I'm just trying to, so the way your truck is shaped, the cage doesn't come off. Like I could make it so it comes off, but I don't like the way the back bumpers hangs out if I make it come off. And I'm like, okay, so do I finish doing the body work and paint it and then weld your cage, like weld the body inside the cage? Like,
Yeah,
so you can't take, so you can't take it out anymore. And I'm like, I don't really like that. But all the trucks that I have, I've never taken the body off once I had it done. Like it's just
in the cage, and I can prop the whole thing up. You mean?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Do it.
So I think I might do that. So that just means I have to switch gears and paint it and do all the finish work first, and then.
Oh, gotcha.
So I was like, because it was like I just didn't like it.
Drive it at and enter it in the contest for.
Dude, I am like, okay, so back to your USTE video. Well, what if I said there's a cage on the inside and outside? He's double protected. He's double bagged there. So after watching your USTE video, bro, that made me like inspired to. I haven't built a real good scalar truck in a long time. Like these ones that I have are all right, but it's not like full decked out interior and like and like under the hood and
Some of
yeah.
those are insane.
Bro, like, yeah, I was looking at them and I was like, and like what they were saying,
You can't even
I don't
make
want
it right on video. Like you can't. And I was trying to make them show like the dipsticks at work.
yeah.
That's hard to show, like how cool it is in
So
person video.
one of the things he was saying is that like the differentiator between a placing car and a non-placing car are like the little super minute details like on a dashboard or like full carpet on the inside of, like full depth and carpet and like and nice seams and stuff like that.
Well,
And I'm
some
like,
will have awesome stuff, but they won't have like wheel wells or like when you can see under.
yeah,
They do
yeah.
all the detail, but they don't like, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like that kind of stuff is next level because that's truly model level stuff. Like they don't beat on their stuff because they put so much work into it. You know what I mean? And it's like
And
I
that's what
definitely
they're for, but it's super cool watching them drive on them.
oh yeah.
A little bit more technical than you think. Like you could look at a line and be like, I'm gonna skip that. Like,
Yeah.
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 There's some because they get so eaten away after a weekend
Sure.
of people running them that you're like, eh.
And especially those tiny tire trucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine those would dig in pretty good. But yeah, so that inspired me to do that. So I don't know, maybe this winter I might do one. I'm actually thinking about doing a monster truck and like a retro scale monster truck and like the old school clodbusters that, had the tilt up hoods and the tilt up beds and they had like the full carpet on the inside and all that kind of stuff. I was really thinking about doing that. And just because it's a challenge for me, I don't do monster truck scale stuff like that. So I was like, this would be kind of fun. Might be kind of cool. But the thing about
I'm working on something.
no, you're good. The thing about stuff like that where I think is tough is that I don't want to use the typical bodies that everyone uses. That's why I like 3D printing mine. But to get the level of finish that people use, that I mean, styrene, when they do styrene bodies, that's a whole other level because they can, finish it to that point. Like Harley, you guys with your mold made panels and stuff, I'm sure you could appreciate the finish that came out of that versus like trying to finish a 3D printed body. Those 3D printed bodies are just a pain to actually. I cheat. I do stuff to make it look patinaed on the 3D printed body so I can hide stuff, but to actually do the cars that are awesome. Oh, look at you, monster truck. Oh yeah, you got that for the Bigfoot, right? Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Oh, lost your audio.
Trophy.
Very cool.
I got my best of show for shafty monster trucks.
Nice. That's pretty rad. Look at you changing colors.
That. I lost the mini one that goes with the truck. I give you a
scale one
and a scale one to put with your truck. I'll be
Nice.
in my move. It's gone. I just happen to have 3 batteries sitting on my desk here. And this was dead. I don't remember how to turn it off. Okay, hold it.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, I want to do something. Oh, that was something that I thought was pretty cool because I'm a big Walking Dead. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm a little bummed. STP Ridgeline. I don't want to ask for it, but okay. So I got rid of the Frankenwagon.
Yep.
To STP Ridgeline. And I didn't think anything of it. I left my driver in there. I don't put drivers in all my cars. I left my driver in it, and I'm a big Walking Dead fan, right? Like big Walking Dead fan. And my driver was Negan, which was pretty cool. And I after the fact, I was like, oh, I need to get another Negan because I left my. Well, the Walking Dead is no longer, and I went to go buy my Negan driver. And it starts at like $50 now to buy a Negan. And I was like, I was like, and I don't want to call and be like, hey, that driver's in the truck. What do you think about sending them back?
Else?
Yeah.
I got a little valued one.
Yeah. So now I'm going to have to pony up and pay $50 for a little dorky doll man. Whatever.
That sucks to be you.
I know. I have 3 left though.
Sucks.
I have Carol, and I had Daryl Dixon somewhere around here. From
She looked like she was from Handwife's Tale or Handmaid's Tale or whatever.
What?
Put that back up.
Carol.
Okay, maybe not. From further away, it looked.
You have your beer goggles on?
That's what. Yes. Playing with dolls. Well,
David Fair says that's what you get for playing with dolls, Pablo. That's the thing. I'm normally not that nerdy when it comes to. I don't scale garage. I don't dollhouse, as they say. I'm not a dollhouse guy at all.
you would be if you went to USTE because it blows your mind.
I know.
Come back and be like, I can beat these guys because so much is about competition we hang out with, right?
Dude, I know I would go out there and I was just looking at them. I know I can't beat those guys. Like,
but you have to try. Like,
well, half the guys there are probably retired or have gigs that you don't think so? See, I just don't think I could. I don't think I could spend the time doing it. Here's another one. Daryl Dixon.
I've never seen one episode of that show.
What?
Not one. Not a single one.
Seriously?
Nope.
You're dead to me, Tony.
Well, so are all of them.
So here's my Rick Grimes that I added foam or added clay to his head.
Oh, you know who that looks like?
Bob Ross.
Bob Ross and Shaggy.
So
you
know that air clay? I added it to his hair to make him look like Bob
Shaggy?
Ross.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I even textured his hair and everything. Look at that. I could USTE. Just kidding. What's The Walking Dead?
I don't know if you saw the version where it had the woman at the beginning that showed her little mini diorama. Did it have a diorama?
Yes. Yep.
Dude, that was her first year attending. It was insane. Speaking of Bob Ross and where he could have fit in, would have been in a diorama.
What was cool about that is that most of it was handmade and not 3D printed. That's what I was like, that's cool.
Yeah. Only the animals and the chainsaws.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So
Yep. I know you can buy a Bob Ross action figure, but I didn't have one at the time. VMB Speed asking if I'm located.
Go ahead. Buckstar SeaWorld. Let me just say, I am heading to Badlands tomorrow. He was asking when I was going way earlier. I missed it.
Asked if I'm located in California. Nope. PNW, Washington State.
They're in like California Junior.
Yeah. Now I think that would be Oregon. And then we're like stepbrother to Oregon.
The first.
The first.
The first.
Yeah. It's so funny. But it's not funny.
I kid. If you're from California, you're offended.
Yeah.
So be it.
So be it.
You know there's a problem then.
Yeah. Cali Minimus. Yeah.
All my alerts Badlands is tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
Getting all the calendar alerts.
Yep.
Right this time.
So one other thing I wanted to bring up was, in case you've been snoozing,
I have not been
Associated has been coming in hot, man.
Dude, what was that latest one they just had?
Which one?
They just
The
had
mini monster truck?
MT-12, like it was
Yeah, like their
the
little basher.
MT-12.
Yeah. Yeah, that just dropped yesterday. They dropped another Pro 2 short wheelbase, green. So I think they have just blue and green now. I thought they had a red one. So they have a blue and a green one, and they have the Dakar Rally looking like one. And
Yep.
then what they did the MT-12, or no, I'm sorry, the 14T Reflex, which is like a little monster truck.
MT, no, it's MT, not T.
Okay,
Right?
yep, 14 MT.
Reflex 14 MT.
Yep, little brushless monster truck, or not monster truck, basher truck, I guess. And then they have the Pro 2 Dakar in 2 colors, red and orange. That just came out, and that's not including all the race stuff that came out like a month ago. They came out with a new short course, a new stadium, truggy, 8-scale buggy. I think those came out a little bit before that, but yeah, I mean, they're getting a lot of stuff coming out, and they're just dropping it. I mean, it's pretty awesome. And I'm waiting to see. I have no.
It was a ton. I saw the MT. I thought it was a new video for the monster truck, the 12th scale one.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's this?
Yeah. Someone asked if I found a. Sorry, I saw it. And I was like, oh, I'll get to that in a minute. Someone was asking if I found a new motor for the MT-12, and I have not yet. I haven't really been looking for it. I saw something else that popped up too, and I just don't remember. Oh, David Ferris, how far out from Olympia am I? So we race monster trucks south of Olympia, and Olympia is probably an hour and a half away from me.
EMB Speed said he's all up and down.
Oh yeah,
California. So
yeah, sorry, man. I'm whole state north.
These old flapping lips going to Badlands, have a good time. I'll be sleeping away doing not too damn much work at work. So gonna be taking a drift rig and see if I can get better at controlling it. Drifting is tough, man. I can't figure it out. August, man, there's supposed to be a big drag race or big speed thing in Michigan. He's been talking about Michigan, so like Pontiac area, I heard.
1-to-1 or real or
like
RC?
Primal RCs come in with their like drag, their big drag stuff. Like that's what I heard. So
that's cool.
Talking to Exocage, he said he might be coming up to Michigan. So
nice.
Mentioned it. So keep that on your calendar.
That's cool.
Am I going to do the 1-to-1? I'm not sure. I've been talking with some people. There's several people who've been super cool and offering to let me run one of their extra 1-to-1 side by side. So, one to get like one of them mentioned borrowing theirs to take stuff to and from when we do the competition. You know, I'll have all the gates, I'll have the timers, whatnot, and then I'll have a drill in case I have to drill out the holes to put the gates in, and then I'll have a bunch of totes with trucks of my own to run, but also for like try me trucks for people that want to run like a stock truck class one. I'll have a few that people can run if they want to, like 12 and under. We have a 12 and under class, but it has to be stock. So if they show up with one, they can run it in like the modified class, but if they want to compete in the 12 and under, it's stock. So we have a truck they can. So that's kind of where I'll have a bunch of stuff. And so they said they'd lend me a rig to take it all down there, which is really cool. And so said about going on the trail. So I'll be there in time. I don't think my family will be there in time for the 1-to-1, but I'd love to. If I don't get to go drive it, I'd like to ride with somebody if that's cool. I'm sure I'll find somebody that'll either have an opening or something. But it sounded like there was options for me.
When you did the try me truck thing, did you just have a ton of batteries on deck, or how long did that last? Like, how long would they? I'm assuming they'd be out most of the time. How long did it last? Did they last?
Dude, those batteries last forever. They're like 45 minutes to a battery, just about. If they're charged, they go long. Yeah. Short courses, you can get like easy 30 people through on a battery pack, and I've got probably 20 batteries. So
Yeah.
I'm not hurting for batteries. And then I've got I've got a huge like brick that I use for my studio lights when I travel around the world with them. And those are like the max that you can have to travel internationally with on an airplane. Like
Right.
the watt hours of those are huge, and it's got a USB port. And so I just plug in the stock chargers into them, and I could charge probably 100 batteries off them easy, if not
Nice.
more. So that's not a huge issue.
Yeah.
But for what you're talking about with your build, for the people, yeah, you just buy the batteries are cheap. Buy a bunch.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of, how you do that if you would just have. So when I went to a drone racing place that they had here, it went out of business, and he had literally had a fishbowl full of batteries. Probably not the safest thing, but had a fishbowl full of batteries that were, they're just a little teeny like mini whoop battery.
Yep,
Like the
the
ones
tiny whoops. Yep.
Yep. And so you just pull one out and stick it in, fly it, throw it in the dead one, pull it. Because
Those
those
only
don't
last
last.
5 minutes though, because those things
Right.
are big draw.
Yeah. Yep. So Nick B says, "What's up?" Yeah, that's the other thing about our weather. I said it that earlier. They canceled the Turf Tuesday today, so that was kind of
the racing, yeah.
Dalton really wanted to go to that.
We've had sun, no rain.
No
The grass
rain.
is brown. No fires allowed.
Oh wow, yeah.
Fireworks. We're like watering our lawn as much as possible, trying to make it so we can do fireworks. But
Oh right. Are they banned in your place?
In Michigan, no.
Okay.
But
Like
they're
to
on
see
like
America.
a no open fire kind of thing right now. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, storage charge batteries. Yeah, I wonder how that would work. The weather here has been
Yeah, we could use some rain. I could go for it while I'm gone and come back. Sunshine again. The weather's been so amazing. I mean, gosh, man, I love the Michigan summers. I can't even talk about how much I missed it when I was in Virginia. When I try to tell my kids about what we did as kids, and they're looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, no, we'd never do that. Like, come on, go outside, go do this. Go to school, go have fun, ride your bike, whatever.
Yeah.
Come back just like sweating and like faces are like tomatoes.
Yeah.
And I'd go outside for like 2 seconds. I'm like, oh yeah, holy crap, get inside, you guys. What are you doing? Yeah.
Yep.
It's been like boats going nonstop around here. Like out in the back, people are just out fishing and having a good time. So,
dude,
this radio, if I haven't said it enough, is freaking amazing. The 4-wheel version of this Avatar. I'm wanting to go and edit the video that I have of it because it's so good.
It looks pretty awesome. I want to try it on 10 scale stuff.
Nah, you just get mini stuff. That's all you need.
Well, I'm saying it'd be really awesome to do it on a clodbuster, racing it with a clodbuster and being able to force steer it.
I might put a receiver in a clodbuster.
Dude,
that would be freaking rad. Actually, yeah. I have that Bigfoot that I won that award with. That's 4-steer, running dual Reefs Raw 500s, the silver one. And he's overkill, I know. But when I put the front one in and it was silver with the silver axles, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to do both. But yeah,
and look what it did. It got you an award, Tony.
It did. It was. I got my first year at USDE. I got the very coveted award.
Yeah.
That so many people want. And I got one.
It's pretty sweet.
Now I'm making a video about it.
Speaking of boats, I keep on ogling the Jetstream boats. Who knows what I'm talking about? I'm not sure if everyone else knows what I'm talking about. Those little
right now too.
Yeah, the little aluminum ones, and they make an RC boat aluminum one,
Yep.
and I want one, and I want because I can weld aluminum.
They
and
have
I can
multiple sizes where they stack them. Have you seen the picture?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's pretty awesome. I'll show it. Oh, it's all blown out. That looks great. That looks
And it's
awesome.
all
Look
pixelated
at
for
that.
me. It's like a
There you go.
pontoon. Looks like multiple pontoons stacked.
it's pretty
$500
rad.
with TFL. What's TFL?
The motor. It's the
Hate spending $500 with TFL.
so it's the
Is that a company?
TFL is the outboard. I think so. It's the outboard that they say fits that. It's not an outboard. I'm sorry. It's the jet motor, all that stuff that goes in it.
So he doesn't like
So-
TFL.
Yeah, I don't know who TF. I mean, I
That's
looked at it, but I don't.
I'm
know
reading
anything
into
about it.
this, like between the lines, since he's the only one commenting. There's segmentation between his comments, and between
Yeah.
those lines, I'm reading that he does not like TFL, whoever that is.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's make up
It's
what
an
we think that TFL. What would TFL stand for you?
Too fast for lakes.
That's too many F's.
No, it's not.
Too fast for lakes? It totally is.
Well, maybe four
Tacos
late.
for
Too
lunch.
fast for
Tacos
tacos for lunch. Yeah.
Or totally effing lame.
That's extreme. You're kind of a
Okay.
jerk for saying that.
Well, he's the one that posted it. So I
RC
blame
themed
Jeff.
restaurant. Yeah. Did Lake Placid today. What's my my watch? It says I completed a circle for some reason. I don't know. It's probably for talking. You talk so much
for the show. The show's an hour 30 in.
Yeah.
Looks like a
Food
solid option.
served on
Oh,
SCX6.
Oakland, are you talking about this being a solid option? Because look at that 4-wheel steer knob.
Ooh.
It's in the perfect location. If you were to drive it like this, or just normal, and your thumb, but you can't show it this way.
Yeah, you'd be a terrible QVC salesman.
You know what sucks is like I have the worst fingernails ever. Like, you know how Apple has like that hand person that like keeps their hands in gloves with like lotion until they like hold the iPhone for that one commercial, and then the rest of the year their hands are in like lotion.
Yeah.
And yet we have to show our hands freaking all the time. Like,
Yeah. Whoa. Was that your trophy or was that your controller?
either way, it's sad.
Did it break? Did you break your trophy, Tony? Oh my goodness.
Oh, the buttons are still there.
Oh, okay. I was like, if you
Not a
broke your
hand
trophy-
model. I thought about wearing gloves in all my videos when I first started.
So
I watched a basic.
so if you're a hand model and someone says, "What's your occupation?" Put it together.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna leave it there. You should know this one.
Hand job.
Yes.
Okay.
I've got a hand job.
Dirty dad joke.
I'm just saying, you know. Be the-
Yeah, Jace.
yeah, that's his business card.
He knew it. He didn't even like. That's the delay speaking. Like this
Oh,
joke, he had it already done.
he knew it. He's like slam dunk, easy button, go.
Boom. Got it. Nailed it.
That'd be the best business card ever.
Yep. Oh gosh.
Imagine a LinkedIn account.
Did I mention I still have to finish my build tonight? Oh god.
Good luck. You going live again?
Oh, screw that. It's done. My lives are done on it. It's it's finished work at this point. We already put
You
the
wouldn't
server
finish
in.
work, huh?
We're gonna
Are you putting lights in it?
Nah.
You're like, I'm just gonna tape
You know, if we're gonna night run this, I'm gonna put like one of those little like tap
headlamps on it.
just inside, and I'll just set it on here, and it'll just glow and emanate out of everywhere on it. And I'll say lit.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
tape a flashlight to here. I'll do stuff. I've already done stuff. I've already created the best battery mod that is
I
ever
know.
been seen for the base camp yet.
It's expandable. That's
Nobody else is doing it. Like this is the first time ever for the Basecamp Builders Kit
yeah.
that you've seen this front-mounted battery tray using
Yeah.
Velcro. This is ingenuity at its finest here, folks.
Yeah.
So you've seen it here first. Talk your
See,
face off.
You guys are killing me because you got a head start on this. Because I was thinking, remember how I said I need an axial so I can run it at Axial Fest West if I'm pretty sure I'm going, and you guys are like Carly just said, I just finished my CAD for my base camp buggy, and it's like
Base camp is 2 words. You don't. It doesn't count. Like if you can't spell it right, it's not even a base camp.
But I'm saying I'm not even going to be able to start on mine if I do get a build going until like 2 weeks before.
One, this is free, and this is fantastic.
That's awesome.
What are you gonna do? 2 weeks and you got a what?
Well, no, I'm not going to have any time to finish. Well, I guess I'll probably take your car to the Axial West, even if you're going or not. So either way, they screwed up the name.
Maybe somebody from Michigan will be there and they'll drive it back. Then we save on shipping.
Maybe you should just go, Tony.
Unless they make me pay for gas, then it would suck.
Yeah. Maybe we should just go. I was thinking of that. I was like, you know what would be fun is if we could go to an event where we're just not covering it and just having fun doing it.
Yep.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we could cover it just by like doing our quick little hand phone.
Oh yeah.
But like, don't bring the big cameras.
Anyway, so
yeah, let's not bring the big cameras. Let's just bring the little ones.
Harley thinks that they screwed up the name base camp. I don't think they did because base means like beginning, like your starting block. So base camp to me is more than just the body of the base camp, which they did have a body made for the base camp. I give them that. But I feel like base camp means like your starting point. Like you get to base camp, but there's way more to go. Like you've got a lot more to go from base camp to get to the final destination. So for me to have an SCX 10.3 base camp, whether it's a builder's kit or the ready to run.
Oh, he's yelling at you. He's yelling at you, all caps. Every single one. He's shaking. He's shaking his fist.
One. You got to space it out. You did every single one. You got to space it. Every single one.
Like, now get off my lawn. Every single one.
But that's because they've all been like Jeeps.
Yeah.
Jeep this, Honcho that. And
Yeah.
base camp is to me like
Wraith 1.9.
Oh gosh, I love it. I need to have them on to talk 24 scale because you guys don't like to talk too much about that with them.
Yeah.
I've got secrets I need to get from them about it.
Harley, I want you to be like, you rest on the throne of lies.
He really needs to do a UTP or
I thought
he needs a Unimog, not a UTB. Sorry, they need a Unimog
24 scale
SCX 24, and he said never is going to happen. I think
he probably said it all caps. Never gonna happen. You smell like beef and cheese. You're not Santa.
But I really feel like a Unimog SCX24 would do really well. And I have a lot of people that would back me up on that.
Coming from socks and Crocs and blue camo on the river.
So it won't sell like the Jeeps and the Broncos. Okay, whatever. Like every dad that owns one is going to buy it for their kid. Like, hey, here's our Jeep. Here's our Bronco. You have one of those little toy.
Now you can have a mini. That and a 95 Dodge Dakota. Those are sweet.
Are freaking sweet.
Dude, when I was in high school, when that new Ram came out when I was in high school with the 5.7, and that one kid got it and got his Mickey Thompson 8-hole, and I was like, you rich little punk. Like, oh, it was all white. If you're out there, you know who I'm talking about. I'm not
a van.
Yeah.
So I was a van guy.
I had a Camaro. That was
we had band equipment, so it was.
I had girlfriends.
Bands.
I had a 88 Camaro.
Dave, I draw the line at portals. Stop it. No port. It's gonna widen that stinking axle. Portals suck. Keep it tight and narrow. SCX24.
Yeah,
it's perfect as it is. Just get bigger tires for that. If you want more ground clearance, put 64s on that bad boy.
Why not? Why not go all the way with like a 1.9 conversion? I'm sure you can find a hex step down.
I don't want that. I want my deflated scramblers. Deflated.
Get off your scramblers.
Beach with scramblers. Deflated. Pine trees made for them specifically.
Those scramblers are terrible.
They're the best. But I have a Unimog up there to build still.
Yeah.
With scalar fab stuff too.
Yeah.
Custom made for it in a bag, ready to go on. As soon, maybe I should finish this build. I'm in the build mode.
Oh,
this is my build year where I'm not going to do builds, and I'm going to tell companies I'm not doing this year.
That's what I was going to say about Harley's scale news update. They showed that cross RC post-apocalyptic
over like mammoth,
whatever it was. Yeah, that looks sick. I was like, that's pretty cool. I have no use for it. I could never see use for it, but it looks pretty rad. But my neighbor has the 6x6. Is that what it is called? Unimog 6x6. Is that what it is?
That could be one.
He has that.
Really?
Yeah. And he's driven. No, the axial.
Oh, okay.
Every day I'm hustling.
That's kind of monetized.
That's my jam.
Good job.
I'm not monetized. Hey,
I click away from something. Pop-up came up. Like, go on. Boop. Nice. Demonetized.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I get my Dodge Ram, send F450, but you can't be an F450 because it's a Dodge. So when I get my Ram version of those trucks, I'll be singing the praises of the Unimog SCX24.
All right.
So everybody can have their unicorn.
Yep. Unicorn. I need scale metal supplies to get on the ball. If you're listening, Andre, get me some leaf spring purchase for these element axles so I can make my scale monster truck retro off of an element platform.
Nice. I'm going to see him this weekend.
Hey, you are.
I have my scale metal supply shirt ready to go to.
Ooh.
Not the cool one that has like all the graphics on the back, just the one that has the words, because the one that has the graphics has a whole bunch of stains on it somehow. I don't know what happened, but I got oil all over it.
Do you have the newest one? That's the one I have with I need to get him to send me a couple more. Those are awesome.
But I don't know where it is. My wife might have. That's a
With the-
fishing shirt. It would have been amazing.
It's not a fishing shirt. It's a long sleeve, but
Oh,
it's not made with fishing shirt
too
material.
freaking hot then. So never mind.
Yeah. But that's the one I have. I love that one.
I had
Harley
black-
wears his all the time in orange. I wear mine all the time in bright yellow.
I thought I was getting one. I thought I did, but I don't see it on my shelf. My wife might have vetoed it before I even.
You'll have
Gotcha.
vetoed it.
Well, stuff
There's nothing to
disappeared.
veto. There's nothing to veto.
Well, yeah. Vetoed. So it's been a good night, and so many cool things have been happening in this, and we thank you.